registered trademark Trappist certifies that this ale was brewed within the walls of the existing Trappist monastery under the control of the Trappist community. A major part of the sales revenue is used by the monks to support their charitable works. The exceptional yeast isolation by Father Theodore, combined with the purity of the highly protected water of the abbey's wells, gives Chimay, or Chimay, however you want to pronounce it, its unique richness. So guys, we are back at the Beer Garage. We got a brand new beer for you today. We got Chimay or Chimay, however you want to pronounce it.
Le Chimay.
Perez Trappist.
Coming from the rural Trappist monks up in the high mountains of Belgium.
Sing-song!
Had the same yeast mother for thousands of years, and they ain't fucking changing it.
Sing-song!
Sing-song? That sounds like a sing-sing.
Sounds like seesaw.
Seesaw?
Or a French seesaw. Take my kid to the sing-song!
Yeah, no, that sounds like torture. I'll just grow bamboo through him instead.
So what kind of ale is this? It is.
Is it an ale?
I guess it's a Belgian ale. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't really it doesn't say, but it's by Trappist Brewery.
I mean, which Trappist?
Whoever traps enough.
Oh, so like the trap in Belgium? That's who brewed the beer. Is the monk who lives in the trap? He's hardcore. Yeah, he's gangster. Gangster Trappist made this beer, man.
So yeah, let's crack it and get into a glass.
Oh man, that's a 2017 cork.
Pop cork. Can't believe it's already 2017.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, well, that was a good one, eh? Oh, all right, we're losing pressure, Captain.
It's fiberglass falling from the ceiling.
Oh,
I want
good.
to avoid that.
Good. No, I like that in my beer. I don't know what you're talking about. Fiberglass is an important part of the American diet.
It's the.
If you don't want to live past 50.
It's the lethal cotton candy.
The best cotton candy. Would you want cotton candy if it wasn't lethal?
Don't you want to die?
Yeah, God, aren't you American? Sign up for the military. Come on.
So I couldn't see any smoke on the bottle because of the overflow.
But clearly, it is très public.
Don't know why I just did that. I tried to get the beer out. I didn't see the handle of the chair.
I thought for a second Patrick just snapped and he was about to stab me.
Wow.
You have a broom or anything?
This is a very weak glass.
Weak glass can't take strong beer.
So I found out these glasses are kind of
Breakable.
yeah, not that strong. So yeah, let's pour this out into the.
Man, look at that frothy, milky head.
Fuck my head, please, and thank you.
I mean, I suppose you've bought me enough drinks. I just don't want to do such a thing on camera.
I mean, the beer. If the beer is assigned for anything, it's like the universe is forcing
Right? No, the beer
somebody
was
to give somebody head.
the beer was ahead of you.
And if you put your 2 cents in, and
You'll get 6 cents out.
well, if it's that, and if it's a penny for your thought, and you put your 2 cents in
Somebody's making a penny. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not. Was that a Joe? Someone's a Brian Regan joke, I think.
No, it's Stephen Wright.
Was it? I don't know. That joke has changed a lot of hands. Let's be honest. That's like a chicken cross the road joke. Like that's everybody's now. That's public domain.
The very.
You've had a minor reduction in head.
I got maybe a 4-finger head somehow, but this is like a very like mango juice color.
I have a fingernail amount of head, but that's just because I poured like a bitch.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's start. Color-wise, opaque. Yeah, I
Yes.
would say. Honestly, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna leap ahead here. 4.
Four.
4 out of 5 for color. Not in an apartheid way.
I would say 4.5 because it
You
just.
just gotta go ahead and one up me like that, don't you? Fine. Oh, it's all right. Keep your 0.5 for yourself.
I just like the mango juice look to it.
Yeah. It looks nice and frothy. There's no sediment floating in it, but it is just.
In this
I don't know.
glass,
It's attractive.
in this glass particular, for some reason it gets darker right in the center.
No. In this glass, it's pretty even, and it has a nice, very orange sort of bell to it.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
Almost like a sunset color.
Yeah. So give it a sniff. Oh, that's unusual. It's almost.
Wow, it's very subtle.
It's subtle, but it's strong. I don't want to say fishy, but there's a nice sort of
I don't think I have enough
fermented,
time.
old, dusty taste to it. Smell to it, excuse me.
Ooh. Yeah, it's like a very old rustic house smell.
Yeah, when you walk into your grandmother's attic and you don't mind it because it's your grandmother's attic, but you know some shit's been up here, but you're okay with mold. Like,
Yeah.
your grandmother's okay with mold, you're okay with mold.
It's very hard to describe the smell.
It's almost smoky. It's not quite like a fire, but it's like you threw some paper into the fire and you're like, something's burning.
Yeah, like getting a fire started.
Yes, yeah. Oh, let's give it a taste, eh?
Oh yeah, let's see.
Oh, that's a brood. That is not what I was expecting at all.
That does have a lot of smokiness.
No, but that makes sense. I'm glad, because I thought at first it would be a bit more of like a sweeter saison, kind of a lighter beer.
Yeah.
But it's got some balls on it.
It's very hard to describe.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Crazy stories.
Well, it's like an old wall. If you were drunk enough, you could definitely bust through that, and you and your buddies will definitely try later, and you'll never be able to go back to Paris.
Hey, can I head dive through this wall?
Non, monsieur, non, s'il vous plaît, non, Taste-wise, I'm gonna go with a 5. Like, I'm not left dissatisfied at all. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
First off, from a Belgian beer, it's almost, it has notes of like a, what do you call it? A beer? No, a dunkel.
Yeah.
It's just smoky enough, but it doesn't carry any of the other characteristics. It has a very sweet finish with a, I don't want to say harsh introduction, but generously violent.
Here I am.
Exactly.
But it's almost
it's
like
Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
It's almost like a precursor to a dunkel. Like if beer, like started off from the lightest to darkest, was like, I guess, a spectrum, this would be leading right into a dunkel.
Yeah,
like
this is slightly right of center.
Yeah,
Not that we're calling it right dark.
the back end flavors are almost introducing you into a dunkel flavor. So if you were to go get like a mild dunkel, this would probably be that would be a good beer to drink after this. But so it kind of eases you into that.
Unlike the dunkel, this doesn't have the harsh finish. You don't taste a lot of the alcohol up front. What you get is a little bit of that barley.
Yeah.
And then it smooths out. You taste that sweetness to the end until it fades.
Yeah. Just sticks to the weediness of it.
I would smoke a cigar with this.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I would get super fucked up and I wouldn't finish the cigar, but I'd smoke that cigar. I'd try and I'd pass out on the couch.
I almost never can finish a cigar.
I only met one dude who did, and he like vaped like a fucking chimney. Like, ugh. Yeah, no.
See, I don't get
Kid's gonna die at 20.
I don't get the people who can just inhale cigar smoke.
I don't think they get themselves. Like, why are you doing that to yourself?
Yeah.
Man? This cannot be pleasurable. Like, do you even feel anymore? Is your brain just made of nicotine?
Your lungs of leather.
The lungs. I like that.
It's like
it's good bending.
It stings my mouth to smoke a cigar. So like it's like I used to like cigars in high school. I'm almost not liking them anymore.
Patrick smokes cigars in high school. Don't let your dad see this.
I'll get arrested back then.
Yeah. The cops will time travel from the year 2020 to arrest you while you're in high school because they're like, Patrick, in the future you confessed to smoking cigars, so you need to go away. You need to do some hard time.
It's like jobs see this video like, oh, we can't hire you. You smoked a cigar
in high school. How dare you? Sorry. Okay. Anyways, great beer. The only thing that prevents me from going farther is it is an 8.5% beer.
It does not taste like that.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it's not quite as smooth as Delirium Tremens. You definitely have a pleasurable bite of alcohol at the end that leaves with, again, a nice dry palate. So you're kind of dry champagne. This beer is not too far off. It's a little more heavily laden with malt, barley. But
so with the Tremens, I feel like it makes up in their carbonation, like that same bite.
Yes, yeah, and it also, I don't know. This beer is more on your front doorstep than the back door. You know what I mean? Like this thing announced itself. It was carrying a little bit, and then you had to kick it off your porch because you were tired of them.
Yeah.
All in all, though, I mean,
wow.
I would pay more than 5 cents for this beer.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think it was maybe like $5 a bottle.
That really? That's fucking cheap, man. No, I mean, that was definitely not. The Delirium Tremens was not $5, but I mean, if you can find this for a bargain, get it for sure.
It's either that or 12. I can't remember.
5, 12, they're practically the same number.
Yeah, a number is the same as long as it's a number.
I don't, I'll get back to you with that on the calculus. I'm gonna have to let that perforate my percolate.
It's like you realize that all of math just leads to that.
All of math leads to the fact that numbers are indeed numbers.
But that's all that matters. Nothing's different because it's just number. The
So,
idea of a number.
How do you feel about algebra then? I mean, letters and numbers. Are numbers letters? Are letters numbers? Are letters numbered? Technically.
Well, I always say I can't count high because I don't know the alphabet. So.
Well, probably stop smoking and you'll be able to count. I would say this.
I think you did color 4.5.
Yeah. Color is definitely a 4.5. There's definitely an upper echelon of colors. Smell, I think we went. I can't remember, but I'm gonna say a 4, and then taste is definitely for me a 4.8.
Yeah. Taste for me is maybe a 4.7.
It's a very subdued fire with dry beechwood logs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just driftwood burning, looking out at the horizon. That's what this beer is.
And it's like there's several other different kinds of the same ale, and I'm not sure what the difference is. But
I would assume varying amounts of barley, or at least different levels of how early they wrapped it and how.
Yeah.
I assume they took it out of cast.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm gonna go there and get a couple different versions of this brew and see how it differs.
All in all, the
beautiful.
Trappists know what they're doing, as per usual. If you know an old monk in the woods, man, take him out to dinner.
Yeah, it's like, why recreate the wheel when your wheel's been running for hundreds of years?
Yeah, since like the 1600s, man. These monks knew you couldn't trust water. All right, it had to be pure alcohol.
Didn't the Trappist monastery burn down at one point?
Which one?
That's true. There was I think one of the biggest ones, one of the main ones that started everything. I think they started in the 1400s, and they ended up burning down and
That could very well be. I don't think there's a whole lot of history, or at least historical documents left to signify such a time to an accurate degree.
Yeah.
I do know, like, common laws written in Germany that might have extended to Bavaria, Belgium, were originally made in about 1516. That's a rough estimate. But I think Trappists themselves, or at least beer brewing in Bavaria, Germany, and Belgium, was in essence based locally. If you were a monk, you had your own strain of yeast. You used the same goddamn mother, and you just kept making the same beer, adding bits and pieces here and there.
Just knowing that it was just the fucking best way to make beer.
Right, or at least the simplest. In which case, Occam razor supply is why over-engineer a beer.
That's why it's fucking still around.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, they're Trappists. Like, they did not take off with their jam. So when they hit beer, man, they were on to something.
Beer jam.
Oh, have you ever had beer cheese, bro?
I will make port wine.
I will make you beer cheese. You will lose your fucking mind. Oh, it's so good. Thank you, Michigan, for beer cheese. I think it was you. It might have been Minnesota. Somewhere in the Midwest, you guys fuck something up because you're Dutch, and I love it for it. All right. Well, buy this beer. Support your local Trappists, and drink water.
Which is this?
I'm drunk.
So, guys, that was our beer review of Trappist's Chimay or Chimay, however you want to pronounce it. If you see it out, get it. If you don't, go order it, go find it, do it. It's great. And we'll see you back at the next Beer Garage.